Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It is that time of the week and that time of the show where we have our chef segment. And if you can't already hear it, we've got some stuff cooking right now. We're joined by Eric Moore, who is executive chef at Barley and Hops.
Good morning.
In Temecula. Good morning. Good. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. And now, this is the first time we've had Barley and Hops come in. You know, we've done a lot of chef segments. So tell us a little bit about Barley and Hops. What kind of a restaurant, what style restaurant is it? Where exactly you're located?
Well, we're in Temecula, and it's an old world family-style themed restaurant. From time to time, people come in, they think that we're just German or we're just Irish or English. We do a little bit of all of it. We're not specializing in any one of those things, but we're actually doing a very good job of specializing in all of it. And so we have different days of the week where we do English is our Monday nights are our English nights. So then we'll have a English themed dinner that goes with the discounts on the English beers. Tuesdays are Irish and Scottish. Wednesdays are German, and Thursdays are Belgian. And then Friday we'll focus on the American craft beers. That there's a whole huge selection of those beers that you can taste and try. You've got to really come and try all the different kinds of craft beers that are going on, because they've gotten so different than they used to be. Which used to be just lager style beers, but now there's hop beers and there's there's Belgian style beers. There's a variety of different kinds of beers that the American craft beer. But we're going to focus on German for the next month or so. Starting in October, we'll have our Oktoberfest, and it's October 1st through the 31st. We're trying to take the dishes that they traditionally eat in Germany and transfer them into the American taste and try to keep them as traditional as possible.
So that's what you guys focus on.
Correct. I mean, there are some dishes that Americans just will not eat. You know, a lot of liver, a lot of things like that, and the Americans just are not going to buy that. You know? But one of our most popular dishes,
which is what you're going to be cooking for us today,
is indeed a Jaeger Schnitzel, and it is a pounded loin of pork. Now, traditionally, you can use the most tenderest part of the meat, which would be a pork tenderloin. In this case, the loin holds up a little bit better. Whenever you're breading the process, and when the process comes, or whatever you want to, if you're using a pork tenderloin, you want to use a piece of saran film over it, so that when you're pounding it, you don't tear up the meat. You want to get it flattened, but you want to do it gently, and you want to make sure it's that. And then the breading process that goes along with it is a traditional breading process that you can use if whatever your favorite breading is. In this particular case, we're using Ritz crackers. We found that those, and it's particularly if you can get them in the stores, the Honey Ritz crackers leaves a very interesting and a slightly sweet taste to the pork tenderloin as you're cooking it. So
you did that prior, you did the pounding and then
Correct. And you'll be able to see some of that process as it goes along. Also, we're going to put this recipe up on our website, specifically what it is that we've made here today. What else you see cooking here is a side dish that you can use as well as the mashed potatoes. And it's something that you can use with leftover mashed potatoes or anything. You can make them for the occasion. In this case, they're mashed potato pancakes. They smell delicious. And these have bacon, and probably put a little too much oil in there for those.
So how much? So if you were making, is this the portion size that would normally be served at the restaurant?
This portion, it would come with one potato or the other, or possibly sauerkraut. But yeah, it would be one or two of these schnitzels that you would get on there.
So for one or two of the schnitzels, how much? Now you were saying the oil in here, it's not just regular olive oil.
No, you can use any kind of oil you want. Obviously, when you're frying something in a pan to this degree, you do want to use an oil that's not going to smoke and fizzle out. Olive oil will work great if you want to cook it long and slow. If you want to saute it long and slow. However, a canola oil or a vegetable oil would be more suitable for a frying process. You do want to put enough oil into the pan, because you're frying a breaded piece of meat, so you want to make sure that it comes up so that it covers the meat by past the halfway point.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
So that when you're frying, the edges are not.
So it gets the inside too and everything.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Obviously, these things, the least amount of oil that you use, the better, and the stiffer your mashed potatoes, the better.
Okay, so you have to make sure that you flip the mashed potatoes also.
Right, because you want to cook them. They're a pancake, and you want to get them browned, and that's the whole point.
Okay.
So basically, the mashed potato pancakes are mashed potatoes. I've thrown some bacon and some cheese into them.
Okay.
You could put onion, you could put garlic, you could put seasonings, you could leave them plain. To hold them together a little bit, the cold mashed potatoes, you want to mix a little bit of egg into it, just to make sure they hold together.
Gotcha. So we put this, and the reason you put this in a couple minutes before we actually started was because it takes...
It could take, It takes about, we use it in a restaurant, we put this stuff in the deep fryer. So
which is a lot faster.
This piece of meat will be cooked in a minute and 40 seconds. You know what I'm saying? In a fry pan, it might take a few minutes longer. So you're looking at 2 to 3 minutes on each side.
Oh, okay.
Or until it reaches a safe temperature of 160 degrees.
Okay. And is that the same thing? Does the same thing go for the potatoes? You keep them in.
You want to keep them. You want to keep them on until they're hot.
Okay.
Until they're brown and they're hot, and then they're heated all the way through because they're already cooked.
Right.
It's already a cooked process. You just want to. Obviously, I put way too much oil in there for the potatoes.
It's okay, that's good. It's going to be full of flavor now.
Sure. And of course, it's all healthy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is this entree served as a dinner entree at the restaurant?
It is. It's going to be served. We serve it from time to time in the restaurant, usually on a Wednesday during our German night. It's not something that's always on the menu. It is specifically that we set it up for Oktoberfest. And it will be served along with about 25 other entrees. Or dishes that are German style only, as well as our regular menu. It'll be served all the way throughout the month of October from open to close.
Right.
We're going to pull this off here.
Yeah, it looks like it's ready.
Yep. There we go.
It smells really, really good. This is going to be my first time ever trying one of these.
Well,
I've never had this before.
Well, obviously, these, the stiffer the potato that you use on the potato pancake, the better. Now, actually, we generally serve it in our restaurant with mashed potatoes and sauerkraut. During Oktoberfest, we'll have about 2 or 3 other side dishes that you can substitute as well. And we'll put a little bit of the Jaeger Schnitzel, meaning a mushroom gravy, and usually with a pork.
Oh my goodness.
Here we also have
This is a big, hearty meal.
It is.
Looking for
It's not something that, it's not, German food is very meat and potato. Not necessarily a whole bunch of flavor, but the flavors that you do get, I mean seasoning-wise flavors. But the flavors that you do get are going to be traditional German style. We're just going to put a little dollop of sour cream on the potato pancake.
And then we're going to try it.
Then we're going to try it. If we could possibly get that out of the way there.
We can just slide it over this way. I've got my fork and I'm ready to go. This smells so good.
Now, if you should be able to cut that with that fork there.
Yeah, this cut very easily, actually.
Yeah, and we generally use tenderloins, and they're even a little more tender than the loin as well. So. And these are also these are glazed carrots. They're maple and brown sugar glazed carrots.
That is excellent. That is so good.
Wonderful.
Wow. And try some of the potatoes too. Now, your contact information, is there a website for the restaurant, phone number that you can throw out?
Absolutely. Our website is barleyandhopheads.com, and our phone number is 951 area code 303-0333. We're located on Temecula Parkway at 31045 Temecula Parkway, and they're right behind the CVS pharmacy on the corner of Jedediah Smith. So.
Well, I can see why this is one of the most popular dishes. If you're ever in the area, you definitely want to stop by and get one of these. Thank you very much, Eric, for coming by. It was a pleasure meeting you, and everything was absolutely delicious.
Wonderful.
All right. We'll be right back with more right after the break.